Hello, I'm Chrissy, and I'm going to be doing the newbie book tag, booktube tag. Don't know what it's called. Nobody tagged me. I tagged myself. Okay, number one. Why did you start this channel? Because I love books, and I don't know why. I somehow, some way gravitate 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 towards wanting to make YouTube videos. I don't know why. Question two. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I don't really like the popular books. I will talk shit about popular books, and sometimes that's just what you need because you see all these videos, all these people, oh my god, this book was amazing, and you're like, did we read the same book? That book was trash. Like that's what I can bring to BookTube. A little bit of judginess, a little bit of fun. Question number three. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Talking to people about books, mostly because I read sci-fi and I just feel like there's not a lot of sci-fi booktuber content because I feel like it's a very niche kind of genre. You get a lot more fantasy, you get a lot more rom-com and historical fiction and fiction romance. Like I feel like you get a lot more of that than you do sci-fi. So, yeah, that's what was the question? That's what I'm most excited about. Okay, question number 4. Why do you love reading? I love reading because it offers me an escape. I also like playing video games, so that's an escape. Reading is something that I can do that's really relaxing and just kind of takes me out of this world, like actually, and it doesn't stress me out because sometimes I play video games, I get pretty competitive. So reading is just relaxing. I don't have to talk to anybody, I don't have to move a muscle. Like I just read silently, quietly, wherever, and just escape. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? I think I have two answers for this question. The first, at least the one that that sticks out in my head is the Percy Jackson series. I just remember reading that first book and I was like, God damn, I have a crush on Annabelle. That, but also, um, wow, this world's amazing. And I'm not even like a person that really likes Greek mythology. Not that I don't like it, but it wasn't something that I was like, oh my god, I love Greek mythology. But that book made me love Greek mythology. And just the characters, and just seeing that female main character that wasn't just the main character's girlfriend. That was also really important to me, and just the amount of action just kept me hooked. And that was the first series that I finished, and that I still love to this day, even though it's middle grade. Like, I feel like it doesn't read like middle grade, and it's just a fun adventure. And it's also fantasy, and I really don't read fantasy, but that's one like exception. Like I'll read Percy Jackson all day long. I'm currently in the middle of rereading it. I'm on the third book. Have been on the third book since October of last year, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, so that would be my first um, answer. My second answer would be the fact that all throughout middle school and high school, I did not read a single book. Even if there was required reading, I didn't read any of that. I did Spark Notes, just like every other kid. Um, yeah, so I didn't read anything. School kind of made me forget how much I loved reading, and that reading doesn't have to be something that's boring, right? Like there's a book out there for everybody. You just have to find the right book. And so, um, in college, a couple years into college, I think a year or two into college, I had decided to reread Hunger Games. I think I found my copy again, and I was like, oh, like this book's amazing. Like I love this series, and I love the movies. Like I'm gonna read this book. I read it, and I was like, God damn, I love reading. And so that was kind of my second phase of like why I love reading. Well, not why I love reading. What was the damn question? What? Okay, that was number 4. Okay, number 5. What book or series got you into reading? So yeah, definitely Hunger Games and that whole series, and then Percy Jackson that whole series. Um, Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Um, I don't really I'm not a person that has favorites. I don't have a favorite artist. Well, I kind of do now, but for the longest time I didn't. I don't have a favorite song. There's too many fucking songs that I like for me to have a favorite song. That's just ridiculous. I don't even have like a favorite food. It depends on the day. It depends on how tired I am. It depends what I ate before. Like there's all these conditions. So I never have like one set in stone favorite for life. So I also don't have that for BookTube because I'm not watching BookTube all the time. And I have like a few favorites, but not like a favorite. And even in my group of favorites, I don't feel the need to ask them any questions. So I'm just going to skip this question. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of this, but it's fine. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So the thing about me, my personality is I will kind of fluctuate. So I'll get really motivated to do something, do it like 150%, and then lose all motivation and not do it ever again for a while until I randomly get the motivation and then I go on 150%. That goes into working out, reading, gaming, um, like different hobbies. Like I was into crystals for a while. I spent like hundreds of dollars on crystals. They're still packed up in a box. I haven't brought them out. Or like plants. I'll be really into plants. I'll buy dozens of like succulents and then next thing you know, they all die on me and I just yeah. So consistency. Not because like you would think that starting it would be the hardest part, but for me, my challenge in life has always been consistency. Um like I know I can do it, but there's obviously something that I haven't figured out about being consistent that I'm hoping that I can figure it out, but I know that's going to be one of my main struggles. And I'm not going to make like a schedule or anything because I'm a very mood-based person, so I'm not going to do any kind of scheduling, but just to be consistent, like not force myself to do it, but do it. Okay. Number 8. When did you start reading? The first time that I can recall reading and like really loving reading was in second grade. I had this teacher, she had like a little library, and she would let us borrow books, like take them home, bring them back. I borrowed so many books, probably to the point where I like almost read all of them. So, yeah, second grade. I don't know how old you are in second grade. I was in second grade. um, Number 9. Where do you read? I don't really know what this question is trying to accomplish, but I read everywhere. I will read in the bath because I have waterproof e-readers. I will read in bed with my e-readers because it's got night mode, warm light. I mean dark mode, night mode, dark mode, warm light, and it's just cozy. I'll read at my desk. I'll read at work, like a physical book at work. If it's not busy, I'll listen to an audiobook while I brush my teeth. Um, Read out in the back patio with an e-reader or a physical book. I'll read anywhere. I don't care. As long as I'm in the mood to read, then I'll find a way to read, especially because I read on all different platforms. So it's like, okay, well, I'm doing the dishes. I want to read. Okay, audiobook, easy. Um, so yeah, I try to incorporate reading at every moment that I have free time, just because I'm not the type of person to sit down and read for 5 hours because I just don't have the attention span for that. It will take a very special book for me not to get bored, but a lot of times I will get bored, especially if I'm not doing something. Like some books that were just so boring that I could not just sit there and read, I would walk on the treadmill and read them to make it more interesting. I don't know if that makes sense, but it made sense to me. Okay, last question. Number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? I love sci-fi. I love reading sci-fi. If I'm in a reading slump, sci-fi is what gets me out of it. If I what was I gonna say? I was like, the books that get me into reading slumps. Well, you know what? There's some sci-fi books that get me into reading slumps. Just kidding. I was gonna say if it's not sci-fi, then I get into reading slumps. That's not true. That's not fucking true. And I'm the type of person that even though sci-fi is my favorite, I'm still willing to try like other genres and series and authors. Like I'm not afraid to read a rom-com, even though every rom-com I've read ever has been trash. I will still read rom-coms for the hope that there's one out there that's not terrible. I will read everything under the sun. But yeah, sci-fi is my favorite. And as much as I love sci-fi, I I don't really like Star Wars. I don't really like Star Trek. And I know those are very like sci-fi based, but and it's like I think I would like Star Wars more if it was based on a like if there was books that were like 100% canon and it was a series, but the fact that there's like 1500 million authors that all write different things, that just bugs me. I want some kind of like, I can complete something. It's all the same characters, it's all the same whatever. And yeah, not that I have a very good track record of finishing series, but anyways, okay. That was all the questions. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too chaotic. And hopefully, I will be consistent at uploading stuff. I don't know. Maybe you'll see me, maybe you won't. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.